We're back in La Coruna. It's 2024, and while some brave people are lying around the pool in their bikinis, I'm not. I'm sure the lighthouse hasn't changed one bit, and so we're going to walk you through town, and I will be wearing my overcoat. We will actually get to the lighthouse, and we'll also visit the Menhirs of Peace monuments to the executed and the horn. And you may well ask what that is. We'll show you.
We are offering here a city tour for 2 hours. We begin at this time.
Right.
And you can visit our very important sightseeing. And
there are plenty of people trying to sell you a bus tour quite cheaply, actually, to the interesting points. But equally, you can walk or get a Segway, or you can use the city bikes. The main square is just a block away from here, easily accessible. The city bikes are literally just outside the port. Bonus, they're electrically assisted bikes, so you don't need a lot of effort. The town hall is located in Plaza de Maria Pita, the heart of the city. It's a neoclassical building built in 1977, and the sculptures on the top represent the 4 provinces of Galicia. The statue is Maria Pita, strong woman. When the British invaded in the 1500s, they got this far and they killed her husband. So she gathered a group of soldiers and she pushed the British back. And at the bottom of the statue is the British laying slain at her feet. It's a freedom statue. Strong woman. Very safe place to do a Segway. You're not going to bash into anyone here. Just off the square is St George's Church, built in 1766. Let's take a look inside. St George's Church is built in the Baroque style, and here the first same-sex marriage took place between Elisa and Marella in 1901, which is the basis of a movie of the same name. This is an interesting floor with cartoons of famous people. La Coruna is a great place to make new friends. So we found some we recognise. So there's Shakespeare, there's Bernard Shaw, there's Molière. This is the shop of watercolour artists. The lady in here paints all these umbrellas and does all these designs on the t-shirts, and they're beautiful, really pretty.
Yes.
Does it rain a lot in La Coruna?
Yes, yes.
We never found this street before because we were running around trying to find all the landmarks, but this is a great street, especially for a bit of retail therapy. You're never far away from a church here. This one is St Nicolaus. Daniel Carballo was a famous journalist, writer and politician who lived in La Coruna. We do love a fountain, and also there's lots of park benches which you might need after all the walking. At the end of the park, there's a statue of Linares Rivas, who was a politician from Coruna, from La Coruna. Interestingly, it's in Spain, they call it A Coruna because it's not the Coruna, so it's not a definite article. It's all the name of the place, A Coruna, but we call it La Coruna. If you turn left from the port, you'll find this little park. It's nice to stroll through. There's lots of statues and waterfalls. If you turn right, you'll walk all the way to the lighthouse. It's not a short walk, but worth it. The Castillo de St Anton, protecting the harbour, was once a fort, then a prison, and now it's a museum. Just up from the harbour, with Peter Square behind me, is the Military Museum. On your information sheet, you'll find San Carlos Gardens, and you can spend a lot of time looking for it. We did, but it's opposite the Military Museum. In this secret garden is the tomb of Sir John Moore, who died in 1809 whilst covering British troops at the Battle of Elvina. There's also a tree planted for him in Cobham, where he lived with his mother. The Church of Santa Maria Ocampo will be on all the walking tours. It was originally the sailors' church and was outside the city walls. This is a 12th century church which has very fine statues and portals of the Virgin and the archangels on the columns. We're at the end of the promenade. We've been walking towards the lighthouse and we're nearly there. And there's a beautiful beach behind me, and if it was a sunny day, I'd be very tempted. So there's the Monument Park with the horn, which is the cornucopia horn of Plenty Caracola's sculpture by Moncho Amigo, and the Menhirs of Peace, which have three themes: mythology, history and navigation. The statue of Bregan, who founded Brigantia, sits at the foot of the lighthouse. The lighthouse is called the Tower of Hercules and is believed to be the only Romanesque lighthouse still in operation. If you don't fancy the walk to it, you can always take a Segway. Or you can see it from the lounge on the ship with a drink. Don't walk all the way up to the lighthouse and then expect to go inside. You have to buy your ticket first, and that's in the parking lot. It's only €3. Inside, there are Roman remains dating back to the 1st century. It's very interesting and well worth a visit. Just to reiterate, buy your ticket here in the parking lot before you walk up to the tower. It's a long walk back down. It's only €3 unless you come on a Monday, and on a Monday it's free. Another way to travel up to the lighthouse if you don't want to walk is hire a bike, Coruna. This really is a dramatic coastline, and just a few minutes from the town centre are two beautiful beaches. There's another little beach tucked just under the lighthouse if you want that bucket and spade moment, or if you fancy an aquarium, follow the cliff pathway round. It's the largest interactive aquarium in Europe. Please like and subscribe on Doris Visits. We hope this film has been helpful for your visit to La Coruna. It's an easy port to do on your own. I'm hoping for it to be a bit warmer next time so that I can take my bikini. We're making our own walking tour via the map we were given. So this is the Merman. It's actually number 3 on the map, but you have to look up because I actually walked past without noticing it. It's in Praza del Sol. If you carry on along Princes Street, past the Merman statue, along Ersatz Street, keep going, and then turn right at the escalators and the statue of the fisherman, then you turn right at the horse statue, you're practically at the park. great view of the harbour. This would have been a fantastic fortress. You can see for miles. Everywhere you go, there's port wine tasting. It's a bit early at the moment. Here in Porto, you can see the port being made, rather like our tour of Champagne in France, which you can see on Doris Visits. Here, you go through the caves, you see the process, and then at the end, you have a port tasting. The way to get to the top is to walk up the hill and then go over the bridge at the lower level, and we'll show you what to do next. This is the top bridge, and I'm walking back across it and actually stopping to admire the view every few seconds. It's stunning.